Hey everyone, welcome back to Channel Name. Today, we're diving into the wild world where political correctness has crashed the wedding aisle. Yes, you heard that right. Imagine walking down the aisle only to turn around because your fiancé wasn't woke enough. Sounds like a bad comedy, but it's real. Could politics be the new deal breaker for love? Stay tuned, because what's happening might just blow your mind and change the way you look at dating forever. So, picture this. It's a bright, sunny day, and there's a beautiful bride named Sarah, a dedicated nurse with a heart of gold, dressed in her stunning wedding gown. She's standing at the altar, trembling with excitement, about to say, "I do," to her fiancé, Ben, a sales consultant with a bright smile and a clean-cut look. The moment is supposed to be pure magic. Vows, tears, maybe some laughter, and then cake cutting. But just as the officiant asks, "Does anyone have any reason why these two shouldn't be married?" Sarah takes a deep breath, and then, shockingly, she turns around and walks away, right there in the middle of the ceremony. Why? Because, get this, Ben had not posted enough Black Lives Matter hashtags on social media. Yep, that's right. Not because he cheated, lied, or was abusive. Not because of any scandal or betrayal. No, she bailed because he was not woke enough. This wasn't a scene from some parody Twitter sketch. It happened live on a reality show called Love is Blind. The woman, Sarah, decided that his lack of outspoken activism on social issues was a deal-breaker. She literally said, "If you're not woke enough for me, I'm out." Can you believe it? Love now comes with a political litmus test. If your partner doesn't have a TED Talk-ready stance on social justice, you're canceled before the vows. We've gone from the timeless idea that love is patient, love is kind, to a new standard. Love is politically correct, or else. It's like the old fairy tale, but with a social justice twist. And frankly, it's just as absurd as it sounds. But hold on, this isn't just about one outrageous wedding. It's a symptom of a much larger trend sweeping through society, and Bill Maher, the fearless comedian and commentator, didn't shy away from calling it out. During his recent monologue, he took a sharp, no-holds-barred stance on how the Democratic Party has transformed love and relationships into a kind of purity contest. Remember when Democrats used to champion inclusion, diversity, and open-mindedness? The idea was to bring people together across differences, to foster understanding rather than division? Well, Maher argues that somewhere along the way, that ethos has been replaced by a new unforgiving standard: conditional love. Now, it's not enough to simply be kind or decent. You need to be woke, politically correct, and aligned with every social justice cause to even be considered worthy of love. If you don't post enough hashtags, or if your opinions don't match the latest activist talking points, you're out. Love isn't just about compatibility or character anymore. It's about ideological purity. And here's where things get even more troubling. Maher points out that the left's obsession with labeling everyone as either with us or against us has created a toxic culture. If you choose to stay silent on a social issue, even if you don't have a strong opinion or simply don't care, you're now considered part of the problem. Silence has become a sin. Not speaking up or not sharing the correct opinions is equivalent to betrayal. Imagine dating in such a world. It's like auditioning for an ideological role rather than trying to find a genuine human connection. If your partner doesn't check every activist box, if they haven't memorized the latest social justice slogans, or if they don't publicly declare their stance on every trending issue, you're basically canceled before the first date even begins. The idea of real, authentic love has been replaced by a kind of ideological vetting process, where checking the boxes matters more than character or compatibility. In this new social climate, Maher suggests, Love is less about two people connecting on a human level and more about performing your ideological allegiance or risk being cast aside, judged, and cancelled. It's a bleak picture of a society where authentic human connection is sacrificed on the altar of social activism. And this isn't just about dating apps or individual relationships. It's a reflection of our broader society. The hyperpartisan climate we find ourselves in has transformed love, trust, and connection into a kind of battlefield. People are increasingly avoiding deep, meaningful conversations for fear of offending or being judged. Instead of open dialogue, many retreat into echo chambers where everyone shares the same opinions, and dissent is met with hostility. These echo chambers are becoming romantic prerequisites. If your views don't align with the ideological standards of your social circle or political tribe, you're considered out of sync, almost as if love itself requires a form of ideological conformity. The result? Genuine human connection is replaced by performative agreement, and conversations that once fostered understanding are now battlegrounds for moral superiority. The big picture? If society continues down this path of tribal mentality, where every disagreement is a moral failing and every interaction is a potential ideological test, we risk losing the middle ground. Those swing voters, people who are not deeply entrenched on either side but seek common sense and moderation, are being pushed away. And without these moderates, the fabric of a united nation begins to fray. Maher warns that the obsession with moral superiority and outrage by some factions within the Democratic Party and across politics is only exacerbating this divide. Instead of uniting voters through shared values and pragmatic solutions, the focus on finger-pointing, virtue signaling, and outrage is alienating many Americans. This approach pushes voters into the arms of opposition parties, who capitalize on the chaos and dissatisfaction. Because, let's be honest, most Americans aren't interested in endless political battles. They just want to pay their bills, raise their kids, and enjoy a peaceful, stable life. They're tired of politics being shoved down their throats 24/7, of being told what they can or can't believe, and of having every conversation derailed by ideological purity tests. Yet, that's exactly what's happening. Society is becoming more divided, less human, and more tribal. Genuine empathy, understanding, and connection are being replaced by suspicion, judgment, and division. The societal toll. A fractured nation where the fundamental human need for authentic connection is sacrificed at the altar of social media, outrage, and political correctness. So, where did all this chaos and polarization originate? According to Bill Maher, the roots can be traced back to the relentless media hate campaign against Donald Trump. From the very beginning of his presidency and even before, the media and political opponents portrayed Trump as the embodiment of evil, the devil incarnate. This relentless barrage of negativity didn't just aim to criticize, it dehumanized him, framing him as a threat to everything good in society. This constant vilification created a powerful tribal narrative. For many Americans, Trump wasn't just a politician. He became a symbol of everything that was wrong or threatening, which intensified existing divides. The media's exaggerated focus on his flaws, mistakes, and controversial statements turned him into a polarizing figure, casting him in a nearly apocalyptic light. Now, with half the country convinced that Trump is the apocalypse in human form, political discourse has become dangerously toxic. Instead of engaging in reasoned debate or seeking common ground, many have adopted a black-and-white mindset. You're either with us or against us. The vilification of Trump turned into a moral crusade, a battle for the soul of the nation. This obsession has made it nearly impossible to find compromise or middle ground. When political opponents are seen as evil or irredeemable, cooperation becomes futile. Friendships and familial relationships are strained or broken because political differences are no longer seen as differences of opinion, but as moral failings. The very fabric of civil discourse has unraveled, replaced by shouting matches, cancel culture, and a refusal to listen. Maher suggests that this media-driven tribalism, fueled by relentless hostility and demonization, has not only divided politics, but also frayed the social bonds that hold communities together. It has created an environment where dialogue is replaced by denunciation, and understanding gives way to suspicion. The result? A society increasingly unable to bridge its divides or engage in meaningful, empathetic conversations.